So lately, one of my childhood heroes, Bill Nye the Science Guy,
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
has been making me respect him even more than I normally do by doing stuff like this.
What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
Now, a lot of you are probably watching this thinking, awesome. Anyone who's that hardcore about the planet must drive an electric car, he must use LEDs, he must be vegan.
To get all the way down to a plant-based diet might be tricky for a lot of people. However, it seems like a good idea. Check in with me in a few months because I noticed that my diet is becoming increasingly vegetarian. And so the next little while, I may be all the way over.
What up? Hey, Bill Nye. It's been a few months, so I'm checking up on you. Next time you come to the planetarium to visit Neil, you want sweet potato fries with that Beyond Burger or regular fries? It's funny, Bill, we've never actually met in real life, but I don't know if you noticed, but we're actually on the same rap album together. Now, that was filmed in 2018 in a video reaching out to Bill Nye's good friend, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Since then, we've seen large portions of the Amazon rainforest go up in flames, along with ferocious wildfires in Australia, Canada, and Russia in 2019. And then in 2020, we watched as large portions of the United States of America burnt to the ground. Now, Bill, you're one of the many scientists accurately calling this an emergency. In an emergency, you take drastic measures to save your own life, or in this case, the lives of countless Earthlings in our only home in the universe from mass suffering and death and mass extinction. But vegans are not actually talking about making any drastic changes here. We're talking about changing meaty, delicious cheeseburgers for meaty, delicious cheeseburgers. Just obtaining that meat from plant-based as opposed to corpse-based ingredients. So Bill, I'm really proud of you for reducing your animal consumption. But just like there's no point in buying a hybrid car now that badass electrics exist, why go halfway with your leadership on this issue when ecologists are now telling us that avoiding animal consumption is the single biggest action you could take to reduce your impact on the earth? And the single best and most effective example you could set to your 14 million followers on social media, because unlike the decision about which car we drive, if people can afford to drive a car at all, which is a choice you might make once or twice a decade, the decision we make about what we eat is a choice we make 3 times a day, every day. And unlike electric cars that are still more expensive than toxic fueled vehicles, plant-based protein sources are way cheaper than animal-based protein sources. So seeing as
this is an actual crisis,
what good reason is there left not to join them?
The gang.
Yeah, no, you got nothing. Now, Bill, I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to be judgmental and be mad at you. I'm actually extremely biased in your favor. Because I wouldn't be here. I literally wouldn't be who I am without your influence. With all due respect to my mom, for getting my brother and I addicted to reading at an extremely young age, my dad, who's a mechanical engineer just like yourself, for taking us to all the science museums, all the natural history museums to see evolution unfolding right in front of us, all the planetariums to have our minds expanded by the universe. Watching your show, every time it was on TV throughout my key formative childhood years, helped pour gasoline on my love for science. And that curiosity and that empirical mindset helped lead me down a path to becoming a climate activist, which naturally led me to the animal rights movement when I first saw data like this, and was exposed to the fundamental scientific fact that animals are fully sentient beings, meaning there's no objective reason that makes it wrong to kill a human or a dog.
I love dogs as much as the next guy. I talk to dogs. In preparing this book, I spoke with dogs at length.
But that somehow makes it okay to exploit and murder cows and pigs. To discriminate purely on the basis of species is no different than us saying, hey man, let's be honest. We're both dudes here, man. Bros over hoes, right?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
Or us saying, hey man, you're from the US, I'm from Canada originally, but one thing we can both agree on is that North America is the only continent that matters. All you other continents, slide into the ocean. So like I was saying, I'm not here to attack you. I'm here to ask you, how can I help? And in order to be useful, I'm working with the Animal Save movement, and I'm gonna ask a couple of our volunteers from Los Angeles, Joaquin Phoenix and Moby, for some assistance. And with their help, I'm hoping to say, you know what?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Now we're not gonna threaten you. It's quite literally the exact opposite. We'd like to offer to bring you a life-saving, plant-based breakfast, lunch, and dinner for free for 22 days straight. We're talking about protein-packed ground beef burritos, amazing Thai, Indian, Latin food, sushi like you wouldn't believe, Ethiopian food is amazing, double bacon cheeseburgers, and meat lovers pizzas if you feel like indulging on the weekend, multiple Ben & Jerry's and hundreds of different ice cream flavors, fucking delicious cheesecake, all made by the sun, the earth, some water, and some plants. How cool is that?
Science rules.
And if you could get through to just 1% of your fans on social media, and they decided, you know what, once again, Bill is right, because Bill follows the evidence, and just 1% of your followers followed in your footsteps and joined the gang, over the course of a year, you would help prevent the destruction of approximately 35,000 acres of precious wilderness, as animal agriculture is the #1 cause of habitat destruction and mass extinction worldwide, and water consumption, water pollution, and ocean dead zones. In the process of protecting that much land, you'd be preventing the burning of approximately 512,000 tons of greenhouse gases, saving about 210 billion liters of water, freeing up about 924 million kilos of grain that could then be used to feed starving human beings, and saving the lives of about 21 million animals per year. Now imagine what would happen if over the course of a few years, you could influence 10% of your followers to realize they can keep eating meat without eating animals. The amount of lives you save and the impact you have on a climate emergency would be astronomical. Now, if you're already vegan and you'd like to help videos like this actually reach the people who are still paying for the abuse and murder of animals to take place, then obviously sharing and double tapping helps. But because of the way echo chambers work on the internet, the majority of the people we reach are still just gonna be fellow vegans, which is about as useful as me saying, hey Coco, Patricia, go vegan. No, they were born vegan. That's useless. So if you'd like to help broadcast videos like this directly into the phones of animal lovers around the world who still eat animals, including broadcasting this message directly into the news feeds of Bill Nye's followers here on social media, most of whom are adults now, in full control over what food they buy, but who still have massive love and respect for the world's favorite science teacher. While simultaneously improving your brain health, working intelligence, slowing down the aging process, boosting your immune system, improving your physical fitness, fat-burning metabolism, even your sexual health in the process, all based on an amino acid formula that is extremely vegan, but not found in plants. While simultaneously protecting grass puppies like Coco and Patricia here, mother and daughter, by the way, pink puppies like Laura here, while helping to defend one of the last oases for rhinos and elephants in Africa by supporting the all-female, all-vegan Akashinga unit of the International Anti-Poaching Foundation in Zimbabwe, while simultaneously protecting the last surviving mountain gorillas on Earth and the rapidly disappearing rainforest that they call home, by working with local communities in a win-win situation for some of the world's most endangered animals and least privileged human beings. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those are some bold claims. If I were you, I wouldn't just believe everything you see in your phone these days. If I were you, I'd demand to see the evidence for myself. So please do so. Feel free to go to veganbrainfood.com/science. See what the numbers say. Thank you so much for listening. Live long and prosper with that vegan fuel inside you.